Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. In my mind, I know it's really not, it's a big day. It's episode 400. And what's weird to think, and I had to actually go back and do the math because this Road Warrior video blog started off in a really weird way. It started off literally in a sidebar of another video blog. When I first moved to Tennessee back in 2006, I had a job. It blew up within 4 months. Company went out of business, company went bankrupt, and I had two choices. Go back to Ohio, where my wife was still living, and look for a new job, knowing we were going to have to move somewhere, wouldn't be Nashville, or set out on my own and do my thing with my company, Intensity Media. We took a chance and decided to stay in Nashville, and so I kind of lived partly in Nashville, partly in Ohio. And I was bored. I was by myself. Yeah, I had business to do and things to do. So what did I end up doing? I ended up connecting with friends and talking with them. They're like, do a video blog. You love the technology, you love the audio and the video, and you're not doing any radio stuff, so do something creative, do a video blog. So I started off, and the blog is still there. I haven't updated episodes in years now. KevinMason.tv, Kev TV. And it was literally just like this video blog, just me riffing for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes or whatever it was, somewhere in my house, wherever it was. And then as I started traveling back and forth more between Ohio and Tennessee because I had business up there to go see my wife, to spend time with my wife, I ended up doing some episodes up there, and I got bored on the ride, so I decided to start doing video blogs from the car. And that became the first 16 episodes of this, and they're still in the SD format. And then people started noticing and talking about how novel it was, and to be honest with you, I had a lot more time on the road, bored, senseless for an 8-hour drive one way and back and forth, and so I decided to kind of separate them out and think about it, and well, everything went on hold. My wife came down here, moved down here, and I got busy, and I was still doing the podcast, still doing some video blogging, but the Road Warrior kind of took a wayside. And then on a trip again, I was bored, my wife was off with some friends, and so I did some Road Warrior videos, and I think that was like episode 16 to 25 or something like that. We're all done while I was in the Chicagoland area while my wife was off with friends and I was driving her car. And for some reason, those took off again. So I ended my Kev TV blog in 2013. So it was kind of off and on for, 5 years. It was on for about a year and a half, 2 years, then it was off, then it was on again, it was sporadic, and finally it's like, okay, I noticed that when I didn't do them, the traffic was down. When I did do them, the traffic was back up. So I at that time in 2013, I decided to start full-blown the Road Warrior and go. July 2013, starting with like episode 25, all the way up here now to episode 400. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm not stopping. That's the interesting thing. I don't know why I do this. Again, the numbers aren't huge. I'm not internet famous. Hell, you can look at my internet numbers and see a lot. There are very few hits on a lot of these, 2 or 3 on just the YouTube version of it. I said I get more hits on Facebook, I get more hits on the website direct. I don't care. But what's funny is when I go into meetings or things like that and I talk with people, the Road Warrior always comes up. My video blogs come up, my podcast comes up. And that's kind of why I do it. It's kind of the fun I have doing it. I would have never thought, I can't say I would have never thought, but here we are now, 7 solid years, week in and week out. Sometimes I cut 6 or 8 at a time. So I'm really only doing it once every 8 weeks. It's not as bad. These days, it's either every week or every other week. Cutting the Road Warrior. It's been an amazing, amazing journey. I'm getting choked up. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you even if you've ever watched one. It means the world to me. It's like I said, it's been a fun journey. All I can think of the word is journey. Because it's funny, it's not funny to go back and look at myself. It's funny to just think about this. I've changed a lot, but yet I haven't in 12 years. Almost 12 years. Or when we really started this with episode 25 back in 2013. So that's, it'll be 7 years in about 2 weeks. An amazing journey, and thank you. Back next week, episode 401. Woo-hoo! KevinMason.us, Facebook, YouTube, you know the drill. If you're here now, you've been here before. Thanks so much. Have a great one. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for just paying attention, for caring. See you next week. Thanks.